If you look at, let me go near it.
Walking through portion of Krokosua Hills Forest Reserve, Mark Edu counts the number of trees fell as a result of illegal farming activities.
If you look around, you realize that the felling of this particular tree brought a whole lot of young trees down. You could see that some of the top of the trees around have been broken. So by felling of this tree alone, we've lost a lot.
After counting a number of plantains, he encounters tree stumps and trunks.
These are some of the trees the farmers are destroying in order to establish their farms. All these things are trees, and sometimes they cut them into smaller pieces for firewood too. They are turning the forest to a degraded forest. A degraded forest is a forest that cannot perform its function. So we are reducing it from a good forest to a degraded one. So here, the only solution will be to replant, to restore the vegetation cover.
Mr. Edu estimates about 300 acres of the forest require rapid restoration.
Yes, we have not checked the size, but we have discovered a lot of them. We have not measured to see the extent of destruction that they have done to the forest. But what we know is that it can be more than one compartment, which is about 300 acres. Yes.
Due to illegal farming activities, these 2 hectares of forest that were formerly home to more than 2,000 different tree species currently has less than 100 of them.
For instance, this area, you can see that we have about 2 hectares, which ideally should contain about 2,200 and something trees. But if you look around, the number of trees that you've planted is not up to 100. It means that they are destroying the land.
The forestry unit works closely with 3 communities that make up the Krokosua Hills Forest Reserve in the Juaboso area. According to Mr. Edu, the farmers take undue advantage of the collaboration to clear the forest in order to engage in illegal crop production for commercial purposes.
A lot of illegal farms around. Forestry Commission, we have a program that we call Taungya. That is whereby we collaborate with farmers to clear portions of the forest for the farmers to plant their food crops, whilst Forestry Commission also plant trees. And then the farmers tend both the food crops and then not plant the trees. Most of the time, they enter the forest themselves and then go and farm indiscriminately anywhere. Sometimes we try to control them by destroying the farms, but try as we do, they will still go on to maintain the farm, because when we destroy the young plantain, anytime it rains, it will sprout out and then they will come back and maintain them.
The district forestry unit had to destroy plantain and cocoyam crops that had been planted in the middle of the forest.
We are using this exercise to solve 2 problems. One, we want to discourage people from going into the forest themselves to plant. And secondly, the food stuff that we are harvesting today, we are sending it to the secondary schools to solve their food problems too. So basically, we are using one method to solve 2 problems. This we know will discourage farmers from coming in themselves to come and plant.
The foodstuffs were gathered and donated to Juaboso Senior High School.
Heartfelt gratitude for the owner donors. In fact, this is timely intervention. The government is doing it bits, but it has not been easy. And I believe with this package, our students are really going to enjoy it. They are going to have a blend. And I'm promising you that when you visit next time, you see a change. And like Ms. Oliver said, we continue to ask for more.
Yes.
And I must admit that this is not the first time that forestry is doing us this honor. There is a toilet project ongoing. they supply with some plywood and other items. And thankfully, this afternoon, this has been added. So we wish to say we are most grateful.
Mr. Edu says the exercise will be sustained in order to deter farmers from invading the forest to cut down trees for crops production. He, however, indicates there are opportunities for farmers who abide by the forestry's directives to produce their crops while also preserving the forest.
Our doors are open if the farmers themselves want to collaborate with us, so that Forestry Commission and the farmers will come into the forest, demarcate area for them, then we supply them seedlings, we peg the farms for them, and they will plant. This is all that we are trying to do today.
We will take the opportunity to encourage the fringe communities that they should approach the forestry staff and the forestry management. We have a lay-down principle like the modified Taungya system, where degraded portions of the reserve are given to the farmers to plant alongside their food crops. But they are quite hesitant in doing that. So if they go contrary to the laid-down rules of the commission, we will chase after them. And this is a message we are sending across the communities or within the communities of the Krokrotia Forest Reserve.
A report by Mohammed NURUDEEN.